Today, we're going to talk about Reunion Island. Reunion Island is located near Africa, specifically 420 east of Madagascar and 110 miles southwest of Mauritius. Despite being near Africa, it is a French overseas territory. Now, let's go to the fun part. But unable to do so, let's travel million years to the past. Let's go! Reunion Island is created because of hotspots. Hotspots are very different from subduction zone and reef valley. The reason is hotspots are not created because of plate boundaries or plate interaction, while subduction zone and reef valleys are created because of plate boundaries and plate interaction. So how does a hotspot form, you ask? To know about this, meet my friend over there who has prepared a demonstration.
Hello, now let's move on to the demonstration. First, hotspots are formed over exceptionally hot areas in the mantle known as mantle plumes. Second, since this area is exceptionally hot, rocks here are melted well, so they become more liquid-like and have almost no chunks of rocks inside. Third, now that the rocks are melted, they become more flamboyant than the rocks beside them. Next, as the magma builds up, some of it will come to the surface, forming volcanoes. Finally, now that there are volcanoes, islands will soon form. And as the plate moves, new volcanoes are formed and more islands are formed, which then creates an island arc. Now, let's go back to the present and talk about what living in an island formed by a hotspot is like.
Now that Reunion Island is formed, there are two main volcanoes. The main volcano, Piton de Snage, is a shield volcano that created the island but is now dormant for more than 20,000 years. Second is the Piton de la Fournaise, also a shield volcano but is still active, one of the most active volcanoes in the world.
If Piton de la Fournaise is a very active volcano, how do the people that live there survive?
Good question. This is because a hotspot forms it. Despite being a really active volcano, it does not do any harm to the people living there because eruptions from hotspots are effusive, meaning magma only flows out of the volcano. It also has a horse-shaped caldera which is called enclosed that acts as a shield. And its lava only flows towards the ocean rather than inland. This means that rather than being a big threat to the people that live there, it is actually beneficial. First, many people visit volcanoes each year, so jobs often pop out. Second, soil near an active volcano is often rich in minerals that can be used for farming. Lastly, volcanoes create geothermal energy that could be used to power communities. Other than being beneficial, this also creates cultures for people who live there. First, farming is very evident because there are a lot of minerals that can help in agriculture. Last, people there are used to eruptions since Piton de la Fournaise erupts a few times every year. Thank you for watching.